to DiVincenzo. A bad pass as the Sixers come up with the steal. To Brunson. Grayson Allen. Oh, bad pass, and the Bucks have it. Textbook body control on the Euro step.
So many people think making assists is creating something razzle and dazzle. Sometimes giving the ball up early is the right play and the most efficient.
Somehow finds a way to get it to go. Can't fault the D.
I think the defender had absolutely zero chance on that play.
Bledsoe with it up top. They trail by 1. Hill to Bledsoe. Down to 5 on the 24. Deep 2 there, won't go.
And a lot of times in this league, teams take days off. But if this defense keeps maintaining that style of pace defensively, this is going to be a dogfight.
Hill across the timeline. Down a point. Gasol to George Hill. Flushes it home.
Well, they have such great flow to their offense this evening. The ball isn't sticking to one player individually. It's moving around the perimeter, and it's zipping. They're playing with a special cohesiveness.
Brunson. Here comes the screen. To Brunson. Perfect feed to set up the basket.
And sometimes less is more. Keeping it simple is the best way.
Bledsoe with the basketball. 14-13 our score. It's a 1-point game. To Gasol. Off the penetration, almost, but no good. Doesn't have the touch, no good. Pau Gasol with the block. And he'll head to the line.
Guys like Gary Payton would always take ones early like this all the time. Number 1, to see if they'll get caught. And number 2, to leave a little mark on you to remind you that they'll be on you all game long.
First one goes down. Goes 2 for 2. Bledsoe with it up top. They can go 2 for 1 if they hurry. To DiVincenzo. Now a steal by Philly. Trying to cash in. Another chance. Oh, working hard there. Collects the rebound and gets it back up for the slam.
That's how you punctuate a good first quarter. 3 more left to go, but you've set the momentum for the second.
Bledsoe with the basketball. 5-point game. Has a chance. Bledsoe shot misses. Deep 3 at the buzzer. We're 1 quarter down in Game 4. We're back with more after this. You're watching the Eastern Conference Finals on EA Sports. One quarter in the books, and Jay, naturally, both coaches wanted to.
Come on, y'all, let's go get it. It's on up.
Simmons. Bucks at the controls. Adetokunbo to Middleton. Surveys the floor. Middleton. Giannis Adetokunbo. 3 for 3 in this first half.
Some players are just built to absorb the contact. He pretty much dusted that defender off like that was a bug at the park.
And the rebound taken by Bledsoe. Giannis in control of the basketball. They trail by 7. Knocks it down from mid-range.
When the ball's in his hands, we all knew what was going to happen.
Simmons with it. He'll run the offense. To Richardson. Simmons. Using the post to his advantage there, and the finish at the rim.
Old school equals high percentage.
Giannis with it up top. Right now, down 7. To Lopez. Slams it down.
If you didn't dunk that, then we would have to talk about it.
Harris to Simmons. Now ready for a couple of free throws.
Ed, as a defender, you cannot, I repeat, you cannot foul in the act of upward motion into your shot. Your timing needs to be better.
Ben Simmons at the line for 2 shots. 56% for his career. First free throw is good. No good on the second. It's a 1 of 2 trip. Bledsoe with it up top. Down 6. To Adetokunbo. Nothing going here on that drive. Giannis Adetokunbo. Can't ask for much more. He's perfect. 5 for 5 from the field. Sixers have the basketball. Simmons. Giannis Adetokunbo. Tips it.
That kid can block out the sun, Ed.
Middleton to Adetokunbo. Give him 2 points. High percentage.
Ooh, he teased me a little bit right there. But see, I like that. That's called a great entertainer. Always leaving me on the edge of my seat.
Simmons. Now a steal by Milwaukee. Adetokunbo to Bledsoe. From the painted area, won't go down. To Simmons. Great feed, sets it up, throws it down.
This type of game needs to be celebrated. This is the type of culture that is fostered when you play with unselfish players. When you give up a little bit of yourself and you make your teammate look great, that's the difference between winning and losing. So when you see these guys smiling, when you see them giving each other high fives, that's because of the energy that was created from the pass. The pass is one of the most brilliant things we have in this game.
Philadelphia with the basketball. Simmons to Embiid. Simmons. That's not his range. It's no good. Matthews to Adetokunbo. Finishing inside the paint on that one.
There are certain guys in this league that should be put on alert status 24/7 because either they're posterizing you or that attempt can still be a poster.
Harris to Simmons. Whoa, what a finish.
It's so amazing when you get a chance to see a player in his own space. It's almost as if the defense doesn't exist. He can go left, he can go right, he can attack. He's playing on that court by himself.
Milwaukee with the basketball. Short jumper misses. Long heave from three-quarters court. We reached halftime here in Game 4. Let's get you to our NBA Live studios in Orlando and hand it over to Jalen Rose for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Jalen.
Thanks, Ed. Let's get right into the action here. The 76ers are in a close game thus far. It was their playmaking, the way they gave each other scoring opportunities. That really impresses me. I love seeing unselfish basketball like that. These are the guys getting buckets. For the Philadelphia 76ers, the Bucks are still very much in this matchup. And that deficit is a negative, of course, but I do see it positive. I really like how they move the ball, keeping each other involved offensively. They've got a nice flow to their game today.
Game track. Bench points.
The coaches are getting the kind of bench production that can make for some interesting rotations. Keep an eye on the substitution patterns in the second half.
Player of the half.
I'm ready to skip ahead and just get this guy player of the game. You can tell he's on his way to a special game.
Who was cold?
Forget cold. This guy will be happy to be lukewarm at this point. He can't seem to get anything going.
Here we go with the top plays from the first half.
Number 2. Number 1.
Back to Ed and Jay to bring you the second half action.
Couldn't keep. Brunson. Shot from in close, no good. Hill into the front court. His guys find themselves trailing by a bucket. To Middleton. Whoa, Chris Middleton. He's 3 of 5, 60% shooting from the field. Sixers control it. Brunson to Horford. And scores at the basket. Great body control, Jay. He was a freight train down the lane.
Ed, this is like show and tell back in kindergarten. You show the ball, and then you tell him with the easy lay.
Going back to the pre-K days, Jay. Hill across the timeline. His group now down 2. Oh, highlight moves. Tough to do with the defender all over you. Here comes the screen. Brunson to Horford. There it is, Al Horford. Better late than never. That was his first shot, and it goes down.
Leadership's greatest values occur in between the lines and not necessarily in the box score. And that's the type of leader that Al Horford is. He's the first all-star free agent to choose Boston in decades. And let me tell you this, the legacy of greatness runs deep in the family. His father, Tito Horford, was the first Dominican basketball player to ever play in the league, which goes to show you why Al has such a great feel for the game.
Screen coming. Brunson to Horford. Nice pace, sets it up, and slams it down.
Defenders had no chance on that one. That's why we call it the elite tier.
Hill into the front court. His guys trail now by 4. Matthews to Hill. It's in the hands of Philadelphia. Brunson to Allen. Here comes the screen. Grayson Allen. Can't connect from inside.
Ed, the game is so different. In today's NBA, defenders are longer, quicker, and more athletic than we've ever seen before. So offensively, as a shooter, you either have to be able to create more space off the dribble for your shot or have a much faster release. Ideally, you have both in your arsenal.
Down to 5 on the 24 to George Hill. Has a look. Shot for Hill won't go. Brunson to Horford. There it is, Al Horford. Very efficient and making an impact. He's 3 for 3.
He's been doing this for years, the physicality in which he plays. No one wants to see that. You're going to leave the game with black and blue marks all over your body.
Here comes the screen. George Hill. Nice pass to get things going.
And the defense keeps sticking to those flare screens. Just don't flare out to the three-point line. Flare to the rim for a lob.
To Richardson. Nothing going here on that drive. Big finish at the rim. He climbed the ladder on that one.
Well, the question is, how big is the ladder? He's still climbing.
Hill across the timeline. The deficit is 6. To Matthews. To Gasol. Had a chance, but it's no good. To Brunson. Easy path to the rim.
And the true test of a team's character is how they respond when they get hit in the mouth. Keep digging.
Hill into the front court. His club's staring up at an 8-point deficit. Shot by Gasol, no good. Gets to the basket and scores.
There's some players out there that like the freedom of space, and then we have the anomalies. We have the players who feel comfortable being uncomfortable, and almost the physicality of the game centers them and puts them right on balance every time.
To Middleton. Lets it fly from beyond the arc. Good contest. Middleton off the mark.
And big-time coaching strategy by the staff right there, utilizing their bench, keeping fresh legs on that shooter consistently throughout the course of the game.
With a drop step. That's going to be out of bounds. Just inside the arc, at the buzzer. George Hill, couple of free throws on the way. For his career, 80% at the line. And he connects on the first free throw. Goes 2 for 2 at the line. Late heave to beat the buzzer. Third quarter comes to an end. The fourth quarter on the way. The 76ers have the lead. The Bucks the inbound to start this final quarter. And I think the best way...
Let's go, fellas. It's go time.
Brunson. Not going down for him this time.
I'm not sure that the contest on the shot contributed to the miss, but what it might have done is seep into the confidence of the shooter that the next time he might decide to try to drive to the rim instead of settling for a jumper.
Bledsoe to Matthews. Here's a chance from long range. Buries it on the catch and shoot.
It's easy to get lost in the chaos of the game down the stretch, but great awareness by the shooter to get those toes right behind the three-point line.
To Brunson. Scores from the post. Bledsoe with the basketball. His guys down 11. Deep two there, won't go. Nothing going here on that drive. Corner three at the buzzer. The Sixers are victorious. They stand alone atop the Eastern Conference on their way to the NBA Finals. For my partner Jay Williams and our entire crew, I'm Ed Cohen. This has been the NBA Playoffs on EA Sports. Find out more at easports.com. Until next time, good night.
Jalen Rose here, and I've got your EA Sports post-game wrap-up. The 76ers got the win with a comfortable scoring margin. They were very opportunistic on defense, and it earned them a bunch of steals. Those first turnovers made all of the difference. The Bucks couldn't put it together to get the victory here today. And even though some of them smiled and shook hands with the other guys after the game, you could tell by the way they headed to the tunnels how disappointed they were about this loss. Check out the leading scores for the Milwaukee Bucks.
Game track. Bench points.
The Philadelphia 76ers can confidently say it was the player of their substitutes that was a big reason, if not the biggest reason, for their success today. Tremendous job by the reserves to be impactful in this matchup.
Player of the game.
The highlight says it all. He's your player of the game.
Who was cold?
Every player that makes it to the NBA is a great athlete, but even the best players have their off nights. Today was just one of those days for this guy. We got our top 3 plays for you. Check them out.
Number 2. Number 1.
On behalf of ESPN on EA Sports, I'm Jalen Rose, and it's been our pleasure to present you with some NBA basketball.
Your boy QJB back with some more highlights of the one. Crazy athletic play today. Let's get right into it. Oh my, did you see that? Going up with that easy layup. They made that look simple. Maybe we'll see another crazy layup. Who knows when we're talking about the one? Your boy QJB signing out. Peace.